It's the end of Saturday here at the 2012 LRP Masters. You can see the track is quiet, the pits are emptying now, and qualifying is complete. Let's find out who's starting in the A final. So, starting on pole position, it was the person many expected to dominate this event, and he did. 4 TQ runs. Ronald Volker is your TQ man.
I tried new tyres in the last run. It was okay, but I will keep with the old tyres and very confident for tomorrow's final.
Now, as we say coming into this race, I mean, you dominated on carpet last year and you've done very much the same again this winter season. Is there anything in particular that's gone really well for you this weekend, or does it just all come together?
The car's very good. Everything is fine, and I just keep focused on my driving. But Alex and Marc and Freddie are very close, so it will be, I think, a close, exciting finals.
So do you think you're going to be able to escape off into the distance, or are you just going to be focused on consistent driving to make sure you stay out in front?
I hope I can make a gap that nobody can overtake me. And I think this will be my goal for the first few laps, everyone, in the first and second main.
Second place on the grid is Alexander Hagberg. Alex managed to TQ the final round of qualifying, the only driver so far to beat Ronald this weekend.
Actually, in the last qualifier, I was closer than I had been all through qualifying, so maybe I'm coming closer as the traction gets higher, I hope. So.
Now, obviously, as I say, you got closer and closer every qualifying run. Was there any changes to the car that you made that helped, or was it just little small tweaks along the way?
Just some small tweaks here and there, and trying to adapt to those changes.
Now, also looking forward to the finals. It's a very tight and twisty track. I think it's going to be very difficult to overtake on the track. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it definitely is. Also considering all the drivers rarely make any mistakes, so it's going to be tough. I would be hoping for a mistake.
And third place on the starting grid goes to Marc, the defending world champion, who seemed a little bit off sorts this weekend. I sense a bit of disappointment from you. You thought at the start of the weekend you were going to have the pace to challenge Ronald, and you're perhaps a bit further back than you expected?
Yeah, it's always better to start further in the front, but yeah, I tried everything. Didn't work out. Was a little bit unlucky in one qualifying, where it was just 1/10 behind Ronald to TQ, but yeah, he dominated the qualifying so far. So, and Alex was fast too. He beat me like that's I think fourth round by 200 of a second in the total time. So he was already second on the grid. So I had to push hard to try to TQ the last round or do a second place behind Ronald to beat him, but yeah, it was not fast enough.
And looking forward to the finals, I guess it's a really tight, twisty track. I think it's going to be difficult to overtake. What's your strategy going to be?
I've actually no idea what to do. I mean, it's going to be Hagberg is fast. He can also try to catch Ronald, so maybe the substitution is not the worst, but normally from third on this track, almost impossible if nothing happens.
So behind those two, it's going to be Freddie Sudoff starting in the fourth place. Freddie was a pick of Ronald Volker to challenge for the title and has shown real pace so far in qualifying. Fifth on the grid, it's going to be Dominic Fleischmann. Sixth will be Adrian Bernstein. Seventh place, Elliot Harper. Eighth place will be Andy Moore, although Andy had a really tough start to qualifying, missing out the first few minutes of the first run, but they managed to pull it back in the later runs. And final, ninth on the grid, is going to be Steen Gravison. Now, there's only 9 cars we've mentioned there. That's because the LRP Masters A final works with a bump-up system. So the 9 cars qualify in, and then the 10th place on the grid goes to the fastest final from the lower final times. So unfortunately for Martin Hoodie, qualifying in 10th place, he's going to have to start pole in the B and try and race his way into the A finals. So sure to have 3 really exciting A finals tomorrow. Stay tuned to rcracing.tv for all the news here at the LRP Masters.